Pink Floyd singer-guitarist David Gilmour has made an extraordinary revelation about the music of Pink Floyd and their catalog of songs that has given the band the legendary status it holds in the hallowed halls of classic rock bands. In a recent interview with Rolling Stone, David Gilmour says he wants to be rid of the Pink Floyd catalog, but says his motive for selling has nothing to do with money. Gilmour says he's actively interested in selling the band's catalog, but not because of the sweet payday such a deal would bring him. Rather, it would be one less headache for him to deal with in his contentious relationship with former bandmate Roger Waters. To be rid of the decision-making and the arguments that are involved with keeping it going is my dream, Gilmour shared. I am not interested in that from a financial standpoint. I'm only interested in it from getting out of the mud bath that it has been for quite a while. The former members of Pink Floyd have had a long-running and highly public feud ever since Roger Waters, the principal writer of the band's best-known material, left the group in 1984. His former chief collaborator, lead guitarist David Gilmour, carried on using the band's name, leading to bitter legal battles. Aside from a couple momentary reunions, one being at a 2005 show in Hyde Park, the two showed no interest in burying the hatchet, let alone working together again. During the recent conversation with Rolling Stone, the guitarist admitted that a sale of Pink Floyd's catalog is something that is still in discussion. Rumors have suggested that such a deal could net the band $500 million. However, according to Gilmour, this is not the reason he is eager to sell. Gilmour further noted that Pink Floyd decisions are made on a veto system, and that they often end up being three people saying yes, but one person saying no. In 2022, reports indicated that the band was on the cusp of a massive deal, but negotiation holdups, as well as a new round of controversial political remarks from Waters, brought those conversations to a halt. Despite Gilmour's willingness, it seems a catalog sale is not immediately imminent. In a separate part of the Rolling Stone interview, Gilmour eluded questions about his ongoing disputes with Waters. "It's something I'll talk about one day, but I'm not going to talk about that right now," the guitarist insisted. "It's boring. It's over. As I said before, he left our pop group when I was in my 30s, and I'm a pretty old chap now, so I don't have anything to say on the topic." Recently, though, the feud exploded, going well beyond the confines of the band and bleeding into issues of geopolitics, war, and peace. On February 6th, Gilmour's wife, writer Polly Sampson, tweeted, "Sadly, Roger Waters, you are anti-Semitic to your rotten core and a lying, thieving misogynist. Enough of your nonsense," along with many other expletives. Shortly after, Gilmour concurred, tweeting, "Every word demonstrably true." Waters has recently been vocal in his calls for a diplomatic resolution to the war in Ukraine. On February 8th, he even addressed the United Nations on the matter. In his impassioned speech, Waters pleaded for an end to all wars, including the one in Ukraine. He also called for a reorientation of global priorities more broadly, speaking for the hungry, the cold, the sick, the oppressed, and the war-torn all the world over. As for the personal charges Sampson throws, misogynist, liar, thief, hypocrite, tax avoider, lip-syncing, envious, megalomaniac, only those who know Roger Waters can say. There's little, if anything, in his lyrics or public statements to support those accusations. None of us are perfect, but Waters appears, for the most part, to be a fairly dedicated humanist and peacenik. And as for the sale of the classic Pink Floyd catalog, which would no doubt sell into the hundreds of millions of dollars, time will only tell if the members of Pink Floyd head down the path of so many stars of the classic rock era and cash in for the last time on their extraordinary body of work.